Good afternoon, beautiful beings of light. This is the Crone Zone, Conversations with the Ancients. I'm Priscilla. I'm a crone, a light worker, a healer, and today we're going to discuss frequency. If you remember last week, we discussed channeling, and today we're going to go more into the frequency and vibration of channeling as other things. But first, let me introduce to you my friend Heather.
Hi, I'm Heather. I'm a psychic medium, a tarot card reader. Sometimes I see ghosts, so I do all sorts of things. So why don't we start out with a card reading, and it'll be for about what we need, where we are right now, what they're saying we are at the moment. Card camera.
It's on.
Oh, it is.
Card cam is on. We are live with card cam. Let's see what you got.
Well, pick 3 cards. Let's see what it says.
You might want to bring those down a little bit.
I will as soon as I move the cards.
Cool.
Cards out, and we'll bring these down where you can see them. Okay, so the first one is protection. You still need to call back your power. A lot of you still are letting it float out there, letting everybody else have the power. You haven't called the power back to you. You're the boss, not everybody else. You're the boss of your own body. Okay? So cut the cords, pull back your energy. Answer the call. What is your soul calling for you to do? That means you have to meditate or whatever it is that you do to be able to hear it. And you must listen very hard. I have to listen very hard. She does a better job. But I have to listen very hard.
I have to listen hard too.
How do you call back? Well, you call back by saying, I don't need this anymore. I cut that string. I want all my power back. Is that right?
Yeah. Pretty much. Cut your strings with any past relationships, periods of time that you don't want to work with anymore, don't want influencing you, even past lives.
Yeah. If you want to call in all your fractals, pieces of you from your past life, you can call back and say, return all my fractals.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And the third one says no. Whatever you were going to do, postpone it. Pause. Look at it again.
Pause before you do it.
Yeah.
Pause before you do it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Pause before you do it.
Feel that vibration and frequency of whatever it is you're intending to do, and see if that feels right in your heart.
And make sure you have all your power. Otherwise, they may have some. Okay?
That's right.
Okay. And we'll go ahead and start then.
So, vibration is the oscillating and vibrating movement of atoms and particles because of energy. And frequency is the rate at which they vibrate. Right?
Yep.
So frequency is the way everything vibrates. Everything has a frequency. As you know, humans.
Yep. Humans optimal. I have a hard time sometimes with words. I speak funny. Anyway, its optimal frequency occurs when our cells vibrate in alignment with our soul purpose. So then you feel good.
Absolutely.
Everything is working.
That's right.
Right.
Like synchronicities. Look for synchronicities. If you're wondering if you're on your path or not, look for the synchronicities in your life. Like things falling into place, just amazingly falling into place as they should be, as you want them. Following your bliss absolutely will bring those synchronicities. Like when I met David and James at a restaurant after telling Source, if you want me to do a YouTube channel, you have to send me the experts. And it wasn't 6 weeks later before I met those two gentlemen that have helped us put together this channel. It's just, it was just there, ready and waiting for us, right?
Right. That's cool. And of course, everything has frequencies. Animals have frequencies. We have frequencies. You have frequencies. Vegetables have frequencies. Even a stone, minerals have frequencies.
That's right.
How does a stone have a frequency? But it does. And planets have frequencies. For instance, the Earth is at a frequency all its own. It's between 3.
No, that's 7.8
human.
hertz. Yes.
Yeah, 7.8. That's right.
And that's the Schumann resonance. And I don't know if you've ever watched on YouTube, but you can watch the fluctuations in the Schumann resonance on different channels on YouTube. And in the last few years, the Schumann resonance is going up and spiking a lot more than it has in the past, which I personally think is the change in the astrological scene. And
it's always resonating with the frequency of the human brain. So if we're going up, it's going up.
That's right. So Mother Earth is, her frequency is rising, as is the human collective.
And the human body frequency is between 3 and 7. It depends where in the body, because like your liver has a frequency, your colon has a frequency. Different parts of your body have their own frequency, so it can go.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Royal Rife, but back in the early 1900s, I believe that he discovered that illness had frequency, and you could actually help heal directing frequency waves at whatever, like a tumor or whatever you have.
And we'll talk about that a little later. The vibration of the universe is love. Of course, love frequency is 528 megahertz or hertz. And also the higher realms around us, they work at a frequency of love. I would say the common factor is that everything but us works on love. Some of us work on love.
Yes. Some of us come from love.
Some of us
absolutely. So really the energy of the universe is that of unconditional love. And so I guess we all want to strive to reach that frequency through meditation and other methods.
Yeah.
But the opposite of that is low frequency issues, and that's jealousy and hate and fear and worry, judgment, toxic people, toxic environment.
Yeah.
You know, people, things, situations that you might find yourself that are in. Those are all of the causing low vibration in your body.
Things that bring you down.
And that's why you don't feel good.
Yeah.
That's why you don't feel good. When you're vibrating at a higher rate, your frequency's higher, you feel so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
You can tell, because if you're down, you're in a lower frequency.
So you really need to be mindful of your thoughts about complaining, about your everyday issues, because we all have them, don't we? Anyway, negative self-talk, listening to that judge in your mind, that judge in your head that's telling you you're not worthy or you're not doing this right.
And of course, we have to listen to all the negatives.
Yes, because we always focus on our negatives, don't we? Not the positives. But really, you need to come to a neutrality, a feeling of neutrality, so that you're not reaping more pain and anger and fear, because that's all you can think about when you're in those moments. So talking about others, that's another way to...
Yeah, gossip.
Yeah, gossip is not healthy for anybody, and it brings your vibration down.
Yeah, because usually it's negative.
Absolutely it is.
But we can raise our frequencies. When we feel like we're getting low, we can raise them up. And we need to make time to do it. Don't say, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to meditate, or I don't have time to go camping, or I don't have whatever. You have to make that time to make yourself happy. So you want to pay attention to your environment. What's being nice? What makes you feel good? And you want to pay attention to people. who do you like to be with? If they make you feel good, that's who you like to be with. If they don't make you feel good, you don't want to be with them.
Change your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Reduce your circle. It's not that hard. Be around the people that make you feel good about who you are, right?
Yeah. And I mentioned camping. I used to do that all the time. I would get done with the schoolwork, and on Friday night, head out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't come back till Sunday, and I would walk the trails all the time because I felt better in nature with the trees around, and just a little path going through them. The water, you could hear it because it was along a river. It was, more relaxing for me, so I learned to do that. I just now, or recently, found that doing that was raising my frequency. I didn't know it. I just knew I felt better, so I went.
So there you go. When you raise your frequency, you feel better, right?
Right. And be careful what you read. Those newspapers are full of negative stuff. So is all the news. So you need to watch what you're watching and what you're listening to also.
Whatever you're taking in from around your environment, it all matters.
Yes, it does.
It all matters.
Because it all affects you, whether you think it does or not. It does affect you.
We noticed during the shutdown that we had, during the pandemic shutdown, that we stopped watching TV. We now just live stream Netflix and things like that, but we quit watching the news. The 4 years previous had been such a nightmare. We had worked ourselves into such a state of anger, fear, hate even.
We even quit watching cop shows and murder shows because that's a negative thing.
All those frequencies were making us crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what? Within days of turning off the TV, we felt so much better. And I don't regret for 1 minute turning off the
mind
TV.
it at all.
And it's not just the news. It's the way the television is programming you to think and act and what you want and what you don't want. And
that's their idea.
that's
not
their
yours.
idea. Your idea should come from your heart.
Take your power back.
Take your power back to
Right.
yourself. Don't leave it up to the people in the media to tell you what you need to do.
Yeah. And if you can't camp, I know that there are a lot of places that have free parks. Just be in the park.
Oh, walking in
That's
the
nature.
woods, yes.
Yeah. Or like
My favorite's
flower
gardening. My favorite's
Yeah.
gardening.
yeah,
I like
gardening
digging
and
in the
working-
dirt, getting my hands dirty.
and working with animals. That's a positive thing because they love you no matter what. So they really don't have any negative other than you worry about their health.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love
And
that.
walking barefoot. I used to do that all the time. My dad would I would craze him. He hated it. He absolutely hated mine. And I have odd-sized feet, so I always said, well, the shoes hurt. Well, I don't know if the shoes hurt, but I preferred walking barefoot. I didn't know I was getting anything out of it, but I still walk barefoot, except I'll wear flip-flops to protect the soles of my feet. But otherwise, I'm barefoot all the time.
Yeah, I'm barefoot here all the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Another thing that helps is service to others. I love helping other people. I remember when my mom couldn't do things and I would go there to help her, she'd say, no, I can do it, I can do it. And I said, yeah, but if you let me do it, I feel good. When you say no, you're making it so I can't feel good. So you got to let me do it.
Yeah, we know how it feels to help others out.
Yeah.
Do things for others, and that certainly raises your vibration.
Yes. And we live with a feeling of gratitude. We're so thankful that we are where we are, that we are who we are. And we enjoy so much.
Feeling gratitude for even the little things in your life when you think your life sucks and things aren't going right at all. Remember, do you have a house? Do you have a roof over your head? Be grateful for that. Even those little things like being grateful for the food on your table, that wonderful dog that comes to meet you at the door no matter what mood you're in, wagging its tail and carrying on. Those little things add up, and every bit of that raises your frequency as opposed to being down and depressed because something didn't go right today.
Right.
And letting that take over your thought pattern rather than all the good things in your life.
Right.
And it's human nature, I think, to dwell on the negative. That's who we are for some reason.
Which brings us to non-judgment. Everything that we look at, if we can, and it's hard to do sometimes, we look at as if it's just something out there, not related to us. You don't prejudge it. You don't say, this is bad. It happened. Then you can think about it. But don't.
And think about what you learned from that. Whether if it was bad or good. What did you get out of that? I think we're frozen at the moment.
Shall we keep going? There we go.
Interesting. Our technicians are working on this. I guarantee you.
Yes. But anyway, it's an observation. You don't have to be
react to everything.
Right. You don't have to react to everything. And that makes things a lot easier.
It does.
Everything you're doing. Yep. And compassion, especially for yourself. You got to feel the compassion. You've got to know that everything's okay. Don't listen to that ego telling you all those negative things about you. It's wrong.
I have a very healthy judge in my ego, for sure.
I do too.
It's a constant battle.
Yes, it's a battle, always. Even when you think you've succeeded, you haven't. You just got to keep going.
Keep trying, that's right.
Yeah.
And having compassion for your enemies. That's really an important one. Having compassion for those that you don't agree with, that's their life pattern. That's their life lesson to learn. Let them deal with it. Try to be non-judgmental in your heart and just have compassion for their mistakes.
Or whatever they do.
Exactly.
It may not be
It's
what
not
you
your
would do,
responsibility to
but
care
it
one way or
doesn't
the
matter.
other for somebody else. It's only our responsibility to make sure we're doing the best we can as human beings. Right?
Exactly.
So there. So I say have fun, let your inner child out. I recently reestablished my relationship with my inner child. It's pretty fun. Heather and I sing and dance outside, on the patio, on the deck, in the swimming pool, in our chairs.
We've even run races in the pool.
Yes, we do. We run races in the
on
pool.
noodles.
On noodles. So, and you know what? It makes us laugh and it makes us feel good. And I don't care if we look like we're 4 years old. In fact, I'm proud that we look like we're 4 years old playing in the pool. It's good. Singing and dancing, like I said, that raises your vibration. Meditation, journaling, those things, we all know meditation, the benefits of meditation. I don't really need to go on that. But those are all ways, and none of it's hard, and it all makes your heart sing, so that raises your vibration, right?
That makes you happy.
And another way that you can raise your vibration is through healing frequencies.
Right. Healing frequencies help you, it's a sound wave therapy.
Right.
And sometimes you'll even see them in psychic fairs. Some people will have some, so put the earphones on and we'll play sounds that make you feel better. What's wrong with you? For instance, when you're doing healing frequencies, also known as solfeggio frequencies, the music always has funny words for it. But anyway, if she was talking about earlier about healing frequencies, and like 174 relieves pain and stress. So if you listen to that for a while, you hear it. At 285, that heals tissues and organs. So if you've got something wrong with you, that's one that will help the body come back to normal and be. Because if there's something wrong with it, it's not working at its right frequency.
That's right.
So it's helping the frequency to come back. Okay?
Correct. 396 liberates you from fear and guilt. 417 hertz facilitates change. 528 hertz, the energy of love, also for transformation and DNA repair.
Mm-hmm. And 639 reconnects you with your relationships, and 741 helps provide solutions and for your self-expression, helping you out. And you can find all of these on different places. Pandora,
iTunes.
your radio. Where?
iTunes, Amazon Music.
Right, and you can listen to the love frequency, which is 528.
One thing, though, when we discussed this with my guides, they said not to listen to a specific frequency all the time, but to change it up. Be sure and
Get all of
rotate, go through all of them. Like for a chakra
Right. And we'll discuss that in a
validation.
later
Yeah,
show.
yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
But the benefits of healing frequencies are releasing stress and anxiety, helping you sleep, improve confidence and motivation. What else?
Well, it also improves your sleep. A lot of us go to sleep to music because sometimes we can sleep. Or white noise. It helps you with your long-term memory. And I do have a story here. I know that as a teacher, I would play music for the kids when they'd come in to do study hall, because usually there was some antsiness going on too, but the music helped settle down and they would study. So it was just so much better for them to have some music. It wasn't like they were trying not to hear it. They wanted to hear the music. It wasn't very loud, and they liked working to it. So I did that all the time. I also found that when I was going to graduate classes, and I was having the devil all the time understanding one section of this one class. And I had worked on it every night all week before the next class, and I could not understand what they were trying to say. Well, finally I was in the car and I turned, my father was an organist and he played classical music, and I turned it on just to have some music going. And after about 15 minutes, because I was reviewing that stuff again, all of a sudden it was clear. It's like something woke my brain up and I understood what I needed to understand. But until that point, I was just completely blank. So music can help.
I used to listen to music when I studied.
Yeah.
In the background slowly, all through high school.
Right.
Yeah.
And our
It
parents
did.
didn't understand. Why do you have music on when you're studying? Because it helps.
And now I sleep with white noise, as does my entire family, I think. And that white noise really helps me sleep at night.
It helps with a deeper meditation. So if you're having trouble meditating, sometimes listening to particular music helps.
Yes, sometimes I like to have guided meditations
Yeah. Yeah.
in my earphones. And then other times I just listen to the sound of, I don't know if you guys can hear them right now, but the wind chimes are really going here. It's very breezy.
Yeah.
And I like to sit out on the lanai and
Listen to 'em.
just listen to the
They're
wind
just fun
chimes,
to
and they
hear.
take me away.
Yeah, they're great. And then it also, believe it or not, helps you lower cholesterol. And I know mine's been going down.
That's great.
Yay. So, and that's good. And you have fewer mood springs. Because if you're always feeling pretty good, you're not super angry or super up. You know, it makes the mood swings more gentle, easier.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So remember, our universe is a thought-based universe, and we may be 3D, and that postpones things a little bit, but our thoughts, words, and our actions, they all transform into our reality. So be careful what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Be careful what you're focusing on.
And then we also, it's, next week we'll discuss,
Mindfulness and gratitude. Mindfulness and
that's
gratitude.
right. Yes, thank
Somehow
you.
we got lost, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's all right. We got carried away.
But mindfulness and gratitude. So maybe you can read us 3 cards for
Right.
how we should, well, I don't know, whatever you want.
Well, when we read last time, somebody asked, is it for us or for you guys? And it's really for all of us.
All of us.
It's how we are. So it's not just, if it applies to you, use your discernment and decide if it's applicable for you.
Absolutely. Anything that we say, take it for what it's worth to you. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, just let it go.
Right.
We're all
Exactly.
different. We all resonate with different things. So We're here to tell you what our experiences have been, and we hope that we'll be able to have interviews with other crones and interview them in their lives and what they think about these issues.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. And, well, getting back to the cards.
all right, sorry.
All
cards.
of these cards have the ones I used earlier, and these were both decks made by Rebecca Campbell. And you can find them in your stores. I think you
Amazon.
Yeah, if you like them. I like them because they're very positive sounding.
They
I
have
always
beautiful
feel better.
messages.
Yes, they have beautiful messages. Well, those two are out.
I guess those
When
are the
I drop
ones.
them, I read them. So since I have two, we'll see what third one. Let me move those so I can bring them down.
I love cards.
There we go. And the first one is Whale and Orca Elders.
Ooh.
In other words, share your song. And that's what we're trying to do. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep.
Perfect.
I think we were talking about that.
I think so. That's
I think
perfect.
the people up there know. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. So share everything with the frequency. Trust the timing. Trust the wave that you came in on. If you were a surfer, you trust that wave to support you till you need to get where you want. So trust that wave. Time is not running out. You can always do this. Okay? It's not too late. Go ahead and start any time. Surrender to the sweetness. It's Venus energy, and it's pleasure and joy. And make love to live. Make love life. And we can do that if we raise our frequencies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautiful cards.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us today. I hope you'll join us again next Tuesday. And I guess we'll talk about mindfulness and gratitude.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I'm wishing you enlightenment, unconditional love, unity consciousness, and all good things this week.
And if there are any questions, we will answer them. If, all you
We
gotta do-
actually do have one question. Somebody asked, somebody asked how you call back your power.
Right.
Would you like to answer that, or would you like me
I
to?
thought we had. You just call it back.
In meditation or whatever,
Yeah.
quiet, when you're sitting in quiet time, just ask your higher self to return all those threads of energy back to you where they belong for your sovereignty.
Exactly.
That's how you do it. I hope that answers your question.
In that case, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show. We enjoyed it. We always love talking back and forth. So,
And we look forward to seeing you next
Yes,
next
we-
time too.
Exactly.
Tuesday at 3:00.
Tuesday at 3:00.
All right.
We'll see you then.
Thank you all.